This is absolutely brutal for the Florida Panthers, and it's going to have major implications as the season moves on. What is Bill Zito going to do? How is Paul Maurice going to handle the situation? One of their key defensive pieces could be out long term, but we got a guy who's going to step up. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Panthers Digest. I'm your host, Greg Andrews. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, guys. You need to stay up to date with anything and everything that has to do with your back-to-back Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. Big game tonight. Atlantic Division rival, Ottawa Senators. We'll get into that in a minute, and the goalie matchup. But the bad news. Let's just get it right out of the way, guys. Here we go. The injury bug keeps biting us right in the butt. Florida Panthers have faced defenseman Dmitry Kulikov on injury reserve. He's going to be out for at least a week, guys. But the news, that was last night, and the news got worse this morning. I hate to tell you. As per Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald, head coach Paul Maurice on Kulikov's injury, they know what it is. Tonight, they're going to get together and decide how they're going to proceed with it. That will change the rehab time. The question is, they're going to decide on whether or not Dmitry Kulikov will need surgery. We're not sure exactly what the injury is. We just know it's an upper body. It was that arm. We don't know if it's a wrist or if it's an arm. Did he break it? We don't know. That has not been put out there in the open yet. But it's an upper body injury to his arm. It could be a wrist, like I said, or something with his arm. Maybe he broke it. I don't know. But are we going to have our fourth guy placed on LTIR this season? Let's hope not. Dmitry Kulikov is still a big name for this team. He might be on that third pairing, but he is an integral part of that defense. He fits the scheme so well. He does a lot of the intangibles. That's why he's so important to this team. And he works well with the other players. He sets up his fellow teammates. He's still a grinded out kind of player. That's why the Panthers brought him back. They love this guy. But a huge, huge loss. But Uvis Balinskis is going to be stepping up. The Panthers are no strangers to him. They know him very well from last season. They like his style of play. He is going to be paired up in that last defensive pairing with Petrie. Hopefully it goes well tonight, and he's going to be slotted in as probably for the foreseeable future. Because right now, I don't know if GM Bill Zito is going to be licking his chops saying, okay, well, let's get another guy in LTIR. Let's go after someone big now, because I don't think it'll be a season-ending injury. I hope not. I wouldn't say that it would be. But if he's out for at least 2 months or so, if it is a surgery that's going to indeed be about one of those, 8 to 12 week things, I don't know. I mean, the Panthers are playing pretty good. Defensively, they looked okay. I said, they've been caught off guard and out of position from time to time. That's just the chemistry thing, that finding your identity, knowing where your other teammate is going to be, where you have to be in certain situations when you're on the ice and the puck is where it is. That takes a little bit more time, a little more chemistry. The practices, the games, I think will help this team get there. But they've done a pretty good job overall. They've been really solid. Okay, they haven't been letting in, 5-6 goals a game. They've been solid. First 2 games, I like it. But a very big test tonight against the Ottawa Senators. And these were the lines this morning. Nothing has changed for our forwards and centermen. For our first through fourth lines remain exactly the same. Nothing's going to change there. But you see there, Balinskis and Petrie are going to be the third pairing defensively. And we have Bob and Tarasov in goal. Gregor and Schwint were there as extras. And Bob left the ice a little early. There's nothing wrong with him. He's perfectly fine. And it looks like he's going to be in net starting this evening. It's going to be very, very exciting. I know it's going to be a huge game because of this. I'm excited for it because of his matchup with Linus Ullmark. These guys know each other pretty well. Linus Ullmark's been in the league since 2015, 2016. If I'm wrong, I do apologize. But in their head-to-head matchups, 12 games in total they played against each other. Bobrovsky's been on the losing side more times than not. Linus Ullmark in those 12 games has won 9 out of the 12. Bob has only won 3. And you can see that top number, the .897 save percentage on average for all 12 games, the 2.25 goals against average for those 12 games. And then the bottom numbers that you see, I just took all of the total saves that he had and the total shots he faced and just found that total save percentage in those 12 games. I didn't take the average and take a mean average like I did for the game by game. That's just the total numbers, a .927 total save percentage with those shots he faced. Linus Ullmark, phenomenal. Phenomenal save percentage on average per game at .934. Same exact goals against average as Bob at 2.25. But this is the thing. He faced 80 more shots, almost 80 more shots than Bob did in their matchups so far. 393 total saves, 420 shots faced, a .936 total save percentage. It's only 9 percentage points better, but still, Linus Ullmark has seemed to have the Panthers number every time that he faces them, with or without Bob in the net. I didn't want to show the other numbers when he's just facing us without Bob in the net, but when the two of them face off against each other, Ullmark has had the better of Bob and the Cats, and this also goes back to when Sergei Bobrovsky was on the Columbus Blue Jackets and Linus Ullmark when he was a Sabre, as well as when he was on the Boston Bruins. So it's going to be a great matchup between the goaltenders. It should be exciting. Really quick, just going to go over what we're going to be facing tonight. So good old man Claude Giroux, we're going to be seeing him. He was back on the Panthers a few years ago, played well for us. Awesome guy. I love seeing him, but man, I know he's going to try to take it to us. But Shane Pinto, great first game, 2 goals, 1 assist. Brady Tkachuk had a phenomenal first game with 3 assists. And I want you guys to take a look at that bottom man there. Fabian Zetterlund, 7 hits. 7 hits. We're going to have to keep our eye on that and how physical is this game going to be. When they played the Tampa Bay Lightning, well, there were a couple of fights. It was pretty physical. Will they have that carry over into tonight's game at 7 p.m. in Amerant Bank Arena? We will see. And here's the defenseman. Well, right now you see Artem Zub had a great game, 1 goal, 2 assists, plus minus of +4. He was outstanding whenever he was on the ice. And Ullmark, not the greatest game, even though he did pull away with the W, an .840 save percentage. 4 goals against, stopped 21 of 25. So it should be a very interesting game. I'm excited to see it. What are we going to see from the Cats? Are we going to see them coming out of the gates, shooting the puck tremendously and out shooting their opponent by 10 or more shots? We're going to find out tonight. I think they will. I think they keep up their offensive presence, shoot the puck every chance they can. I would say Marchand's going to keep at it. I think Reinhart is going to keep trying a little bit more on defense, but I think he gets on the board. I think Bennett is going to get on the board because I know Marchand's trying to set him up to score his first goal, because when Bennett gets going, I think he and Marchand are going to be just perfect pairing together on that first line. If Verhaeghe's already started, I would say he's got a good chance of getting a goal this evening against the Ottawa Senators in their first line. But we have more speed than they do, I believe. Our second line is going to match up really well with theirs. Our third line as well. I mean, all in all, I think the Panthers are going to be the better team. I think they're the deeper team in this. There's just so much star power on the Panthers. But how is our fourth line going to match up with theirs? And if they get in trouble and they're on the ice when Ottawa Senators' first line is out there, how are they going to be able to hold the fort down before a line change happens? That's going to be the biggest thing. And can our blue liners stay in position and not let that puck squirt free from the boards and create odd man rushes for the opposing team, or breakaways for that matter? Can the defense really hold up? Can the guys stay in their positions and not be caught out of position and make the right decisions to go to a specific player when they have their backs against the wall, when they're trying to help out their goaltender and Sergei Bobrovsky? What are we going to see tonight defensively? They've been good. I think they've been very good. But another guy out, a war of attrition this season is looking, that's going to be that way. It's going to be a battle of attrition the whole season long. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's going to be a great game tonight. Don't miss it, 7 p.m. And also Monday, 12:15 Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be on Panthers 360. That is WPTV, South Florida's 9. You can go on YouTube and find it. Just type in Panthers 360 and you will see we'll be going live at around 12:10, maybe 12:07, something like that. Type in questions, comments, whatever. If you want us to answer something, please go ahead, type it in. It is going to be a live taping, and the actual episode will air before the pregame, before Goldie's pregame that Wednesday. And if there's no game that Wednesday, it will air pregame before the pregame the following game. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Panthers Digest. I will see you all next time. Enjoy the game tonight, and go Cats.